Have you ever wondered what secrets lie beneath the thick clouds of Venus, our neighboring planet? Nestled within our cosmic neighborhood, Venus is an enigma wrapped in a blanket of dense clouds. This celestial neighbor of ours, with its scorching heat and swirling storms, is more than just a beautiful light in the sky. It holds secrets, some of which are bizarre, others that are intriguing. And these secrets are just waiting to be uncovered. So, are you ready to embark on this journey? Let's unravel the top 10 hidden secrets about Venus. Starting at number 10, did you know Venus spins in the opposite direction to most planets? This is what we call a retrograde rotation. Now let's delve into this a little more. Picture yourself standing on the surface of Venus looking out into the cosmos. Unlike on Earth, where the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, on Venus you'd see the sun rise in the west and set in the east. This quirky celestial behavior is due to Venus's unique spin. Most of the planets in our solar system spin in the same direction they orbit the sun, a pattern known as prograde rotation. Venus, however, likes to do its own thing. It spins in the opposite direction to its orbit, a phenomenon known as retrograde rotation. And here's a fun fact. A day on Venus, the time it takes for one complete rotation, is longer than its year, the time it takes to orbit the sun. That's right, a day on Venus is longer than its year. Moving to secret number 9, Venus, not Mercury, is the hottest planet in our solar system. Now you might be wondering, how is that possible? After all, Mercury is closer to the sun. Well, it all comes down to Venus's dense atmosphere. This thick blanket of mostly carbon dioxide traps the sun's heat, causing what is known as the greenhouse effect. It's similar to what happens in a car parked in the sun with the windows rolled up. The sunlight gets in, but it can't get back out, causing the temperature inside to skyrocket. In addition to this, Venus's clouds, composed of sulfuric acid, reflect sunlight back into the atmosphere, further heating the planet. This combination of a dense atmosphere and a runaway greenhouse effect makes Venus a scorching furnace. And just how hot is it? Well, to put it in perspective, the average temperature on Venus can melt lead. So, if you're planning a vacation to Venus, you might want to rethink that. Secret number 8 reveals Venus as a volcanic paradise. Now, when we say paradise, we don't mean a tropical getaway. Instead, Venus boasts an intriguing volcanic landscape that could give any seasoned space explorer a run for their money. This celestial beauty is dotted with more than 1,000 volcanoes, each more than 20 kilometers in diameter. Now, that's what you call a hot spot. While Earth's volcanic activity is primarily located along tectonic boundaries, Venus's volcanoes are scattered across its surface. This indicates a different, perhaps more complex form of planetary heat regulation. And here's the kicker: scientists believe there's a possibility of active volcanism happening right now. Yes, you heard it right. Venus might just be geologically alive. However, without a spacecraft on the ground, it's challenging to confirm this. But who knows? Future missions just might uncover more of Venus's fiery secrets. Venus homes more volcanoes than any other planet in our solar system. For secret number 7, did you know that the atmosphere on Venus is 92 times denser than Earth's? This heavy atmosphere is a thick blanket of carbon dioxide with clouds composed mainly of sulfuric acid. It's not just a casual stroll in the park. The pressure is crushing, akin to being deep underwater. Imagine the weight of the ocean bearing down upon you. This pressure is what you would feel on the surface of Venus. It's so intense that it's comparable to being 900 meters underwater on Earth. The implications of such a dense atmosphere are profound. It contributes to Venus's extreme heat, trapping the sun's radiation and creating a greenhouse effect on steroids. It also accounts for the planet's slow rotation, as the dense atmosphere acts like a brake. So, next time you're feeling under pressure, just remember, on Venus, you would feel as if you were 900 meters underwater. Unveiling secret number 6, Venus experiences rain like no other. Now imagine a rain shower, but instead of water, it's sulfuric acid. That's right, on Venus the sky literally rains acid. But how does this happen? Well, Venus's upper atmosphere is packed with clouds of sulfur dioxide and water vapor. When sunlight hits these clouds, it sparks a reaction, creating sulfuric acid droplets. These droplets then coalesce and form acid rain. But here's the kicker. This acid rain is unlike the rain on Earth. It falls from the upper atmosphere, but it never actually hits the ground. As it descends through the hotter lower layers of the atmosphere, it evaporates. This process is known as virga, where precipitation evaporates before it reaches the surface. So, despite the presence of an acid rain, Venus's surface remains untouched by it. However, this acid rain never reaches the surface. Revealing secret number 5, Venus has no water. That's right, our neighboring planet, often touted as Earth's twin, is devoid of the one element that's abundant here on our home planet. You might wonder, how is this possible? Well, it's a mystery that has puzzled scientists for decades. Once upon a time, Venus could have had oceans, rivers, perhaps even life. But today, it's a dry, barren wasteland. The conditions were right, the temperature was perfect, and yet, the water disappeared. Now, it's believed that Venus's intense heat, which can reach up to 870 degrees Fahrenheit, could have evaporated the water. But there's another factor at play. Venus lacks a magnetic field, something that Earth has, which protects our water from solar winds. Without this protective shield, the water on Venus might have simply been swept away by these cosmic gusts. The intense heat and lack of magnetic field might have caused the water to disappear. Secret number 4, Venus is the brightest planet in our solar system. But what makes Venus shine so brilliantly in our night sky? It's a combination of 2 primary factors, proximity and reflectivity. Firstly, Venus is our closest planetary neighbor, a mere 25 million miles away at its nearest. Its closeness to Earth means it appears larger and brighter to us than other planets. Secondly, Venus boasts a dense atmosphere, composed primarily of carbon dioxide, with thick clouds of sulfuric acid. These clouds are highly reflective, bouncing back about 70% of the sunlight that reaches them. Imagine wrapping a planet in a giant mirror ball. That's Venus, reflecting sunlight like a cosmic disco ball, outshining any other planet in our solar system. So, the next time you spot a bright, non-twinkling light in the twilight sky, it might just be Venus, our dazzling neighbor, putting on a celestial light show. That's why Venus is often confused with a UFO. Moving to secret number 3, Venus has a crushing pressure. The surface pressure on Venus is not for the faint-hearted. It's akin to the pressure found in Earth's deepest ocean trench, the Mariana Trench. Imagine for a second being 92 kilometers under the sea. The immense pressure you would feel is what you would experience on Venus, but without a drop of water in sight. This extreme pressure is due to the dense atmosphere of Venus. The atmosphere is composed largely of carbon dioxide with clouds of sulfuric acid, contributing to its crushing weight. The implications of this are profound. Any human-made object sent to Venus would need to withstand this intense pressure. Otherwise, it would be crushed like a soda can under a boot. The Soviet Union's Venera probes, the only spacecraft to ever land on Venus, had to be built like miniature tanks to survive, but even they only lasted a couple of hours. The pressure on Venus's surface can crush a submarine. Secret number 2, Venus has no global magnetic field. Unlike our home planet Earth, which is cocooned in a protective magnetic field, Venus is left exposed. This might seem like an insignificant detail, but in reality, it has profound implications. A global magnetic field acts as a shield, protecting a planet from the harsh solar wind. This solar wind, a stream of charged particles constantly flowing from the sun, can strip away a planet's atmosphere over time. Without a magnetic field to deflect this solar wind, Venus's atmosphere is directly exposed to this relentless bombardment. So, what's the result of this lack of a magnetic shield? It's speculated that Venus's once potentially habitable conditions have been drastically altered. The solar wind could have slowly eroded the atmosphere, leading to a runaway greenhouse effect that we see today. This could be why Venus has no water. Without a magnetic field, any water present would have been vulnerable to solar wind, possibly leading to its loss over billions of years. And finally, the most surprising secret number 1, Venus is slowing down. Yes, you heard it right. This celestial beauty has been gradually decelerating over the past several decades. A bit like a dancer gradually ending a pirouette, Venus's day length has been increasing, making its rotation slower. And the real kicker? We don't know why. It's a cosmic conundrum that has scientists scratching their heads. Venus continues to mystify and intrigue us. Scientists are still trying to understand why this is happening. And that concludes our countdown of the top 10 hidden secrets about Venus. We've journeyed through its retrograde rotation, scorching temperatures, and surprising secrets. Thank you for joining us on this cosmic adventure. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more secrets of the universe.